Well, that is a relief, I'll say that. Well, look, Prague is the place to be for realpolitik junkies, world political junkies. But if you're an American political junkie, you should be on an airplane right now, headed to New Orleans for the Southern Republican Leadership Conference, which kicks off today. National Republicans are streaming into the Big Easy for what is the first big 2012 cattle call. Sarah Palin, Newt Gingrich, Haley Barbour, Bobby Jindal, Mike Pence are all set to speak. One Republican strategist described the mood as borderline euphoric. Remember, we're still 7 months from November, but it's worth remembering the very different mood 4 years ago at the Southern Republican Leadership Conference. Take a listen.
I wonder sometimes, what's all the hand-wringing going on around the Republican Party these days?
Our most immediate political priority isn't the 08 presidential race, it's the 06 midterm elections, and we've got to do it, and we've got to win. And my friends, don't think it isn't going to be a tough fight, because it is.
This president's under siege. And if we follow him or not follow him based on polls, shame on us. George W. Bush, ladies and gentlemen, is the Winston Churchill of our time.
It was such a difficult climate for Republicans in 2006. John McCain, who wasn't going to win that straw poll that year, decided to ask supporters to write in Bush's name to show Republican loyalty. This time around, the Republicans are feeling a lot better, but still two big names are staying away. Mitt Romney, he's on his book tour, but it was his second place showing in 2006, which actually kicked off his presidential bid in 2008, so it's a little surprising that he's skipping this time. And then Tim Pawlenty, the Minnesota governor, yesterday he was with Michelle Bachmann and Sarah Palin for that rally up in Minnesota, and that was a minor attempt to quell speculation that Pawlenty was simply skipping the New Orleans event so as he was not to be overshadowed by Palin. Other 2010 names that are going to be there. Rick Perry, he'll be there this weekend. Not only does he have his re-election, but some people think he might want to run for president. Marco Rubio's not going to be there. But another big appearance is going to be by Michael Steele, the RNC chairman. It'll be his first public appearance in front of Republican loyalists, and it'll be interesting to see what he says and how he says it, considering all of the tumult that has been going on over the last few weeks in the RNC. All of these 2012ers are expected to participate in the straw poll. They're all downplaying it except for one. Ron Paul, his supporters are organizing big time for this straw poll, and I'll tell you what, if he wins again, he won the CPAC straw poll, if he wins this one, look for a big movement among the other Republicans to try to discourage other Republican organizations from even holding straw polls, because they won't want to see Ron Paul continuing to be able to win these things. We're still a long way to go. Bill Frist was the guy who won the straw poll in 2006, so it wasn't quite exactly the easiest event to see and handicap and forecast for the future. Moving over to the Democrats, we're counting down to Super Senate Tuesday. That's May 18th. It's a big primary day with contests in Arkansas, Kentucky, and Pennsylvania. Well, in Arkansas, it's the big banks that are enemy number one, and another safer boogeyman in tough economic times, companies that send jobs overseas. Take a listen at this new Blanche Lincoln ad, which attacks her primary opponent.
In Arkansas, Blanche Lincoln says she voted against bailing out Wall Street, but her vote shows differently.
Mrs. Lincoln. Mrs. Lincoln, aye.
I'm Bill Halter, and I approve this message because we need a senator who'll stand up to big banks and Wall Street and fight for Arkansas families.
It's law.
And then the other ad that Lincoln is hitting Bill Halter on has to do with sending jobs overseas. He denies he did it, but it just shows you that these two campaigns have hit the negative TV ad wars, and it's heating up big time in Arkansas. And by the way, Savannah, I should mark this day. It was 97 years ago today that one of the greatest things happened for political junkies everywhere, and that was the ratification of the 17th Amendment, which made sure that there were direct elections of all U.S. senators, guaranteeing that every 2 years we have somewhere between 33 and this year I think it's 36 Senate races for all of us to get excited about and follow.
Yep, quite a birthday present for one Chuck Todd. Chuck, thanks so much.
I don't know what you're talking about there, Savannah.
Yeah, okay. All right, well, I know you're sad to miss this one, Chuck, but at one